This is Darian and Smarty at the TLC Advanced Clinic in January 2015. I'm going to let both videos go through regular and then do a slow play review. The video on the left is the afternoon run. The video on the right is the morning run. You shaved off almost a second from the morning to the afternoon, and you can see it was such a smooth run. I think Smarty and you are going to be such a great team. The biggest thing with her right now is the fact that she's just a baby and starting to put everything together. She's a year younger. Oops, let me speed this one up. There we go. She's a year younger than your mom's horse, so just give her time. And I know it's hard to go off of an open horse back onto a baby, but what I like here is when you sat down, she thought about coming back to you. Now, she does tend to get her head a little bit up, but that's why it's important that you ride her more with body and leg. She has a higher headset the way it comes out of her neck, and she travels more even with her body. If you notice, her hip and shoulder are pretty even when she travels, but her head is a naturally higher head. So if you can work on keeping your hands a little bit lower, that will help as well. Low hands, low head. So when you go to check her from down low, about horn high would be good, and then release her. So that way when you sit, what you're sitting good, you just don't want to pull. You want to bump and release, and then she'll start to come back to you. I would also talk to her. You were a little bit late and let her get a little bit topside, so next time just sit and say, whoa, whoa, here, here, and if you need to check her with your hands, do it a little bit lower and make sure there's a good release. She still came back to you really nice there, considering, and then you hustled her 2-3 kicks. Then make sure you don't keep kicking. Back off a little earlier. Let her transition into that barrel with confidence, and then smooch her out. The more you keep teaching her, see, you're really up and hustling her a couple kicks, but then see how nice she sat down and you just let her work, and it was smooth. She used her pivot foot, she used her butt. She really worked on her hindquarters, and her transitions were very smooth. And even over here, with the martingale on, I really don't think she needs the martingale. I really just think if you would work on low hands and using your body and your leg and your voice more for her and do a lot of transition work during the week, I think she's going to come together and get a lot of confidence as the two of you become more of a team. So the drills that I would recommend for you was, as I mentioned before, if you're riding the width of an entire arena, in each corner you're going to think that's where you're going to turn like you're turning a barrel. But what you can do is you can long trot and then jog and turn a barrel correctly. Long trot, jog, turn a barrel correctly. Long trot, jog, turn a barrel, and so on. And then stop there, roll back, and now start doing the barrels the other direction. And you can either put a barrel in each corner or a cone, and then eventually you can do it at a lope where you sprint, slow down before the turn, and then lope a pretty barrel, and then sprint, slow down, lope, a smooth transition, sprint, smooth transition, lope, and same thing, and get her where she's comfortable doing that. The other drill that would be good for her was, as we did, the all lefts, all rights. You can keep the barrels close together or far apart and work on straight lines, sitting on your outside stirrup and doing one-handed drills where you leave straight, sit, smooth transitions. This way you go cue, rate cue, and then turn cue, and it's all done on simple transitions, and do that, of course, both directions as well. Her rollbacks and her whoa, she's got a really nice rollback, a really nice big whoa. In all honesty, I think you need to just get your transitions fluid and smooth, and I think the two of you will be very confident. As I mentioned before, when you're on the barrel pattern, have a place where you send her from the alleyway or send her out of her turns, but then back off going into each barrel. So if you're going to smooch her out or kick her out, just do it a couple of strides, and then give her 3 strides to settle down and come back to you. Talk to her as you're going into the turn. So remember, it'll be a go cue, and then whoa, whoa, here, here, smooch out, whoa, whoa, here, here, smooch out, whoa, here, and smooch out. And I think she'll just keep staying together for you, and just watch her emotionally and physically and take her on trail rides in addition to mixing in slow barrel work and transition drills. Thanks for coming. I really think the two of you are going to be a really great team.